Hey everybody, welcome to the Defeated Enemy channel. I'm your host, Defeated Enemy, and welcome to my very first top 5 list of the reasons why I hate Ubisoft. Now don't get me wrong, when Ubisoft pulls in the work and effort, it can make really awesome games. If you don't believe me, check out Valiant Hearts, one of their newest games from last year of 2014, and it's phenomenal. It's great. It's beautiful. I love the cartoon style. I love everything about that game. It's fantastic. And I know a lot of people have some hate about the Assassin's Creed game, but personally, it's one of my favorite series ever. I really love it. I mean, come on. I even have an Assassin's Creed jacket about it. Anywho, so yeah, but despite all of that, and despite my love for the Assassin's Creed games, this is just disappointing to what Ubisoft has done. So, here it is, top 5 reasons why I hate Ubisoft. Number 5, over-the-top cinematic trailers, especially from E3. Now at E3, they showcased some of their games, like Watch Dogs and Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity, my bad. Watch Dogs was supposed to be a game where you could hack into the light things, and you can have this open world where you get to hack into anything you want. Be unstoppable. Be like I don't know, Jesus. But at launch, many people were disappointed, and the hype was just gone. It did not live up to its hype, and if you want to see the review of that game, you can check out Angry Joe. He does a really phenomenal job of reviewing the game. Been said it's very boring, pointless, has a lot of missions that are just like side quests, just like most Assassin's Creed games do, unfortunately. And Unity did the same thing. It had its over-the-top cinematic trailer with no gameplay showing. Or at least I think it did. I can't remember. But, of course, at launch, it did not live up to its hype, and we will talk about that later. But this over-the-top cinematic trailer needs to stop. We consumers want to see the product itself. We don't want to see this, ooh, look at that, he's parkouring and stuff. And so, we, consumers, want to see the product that you want us to buy. Especially when you're going to offer us $60. I mean, come on. It's a lot of money. Anywho, well, let's move on. Number 4. The Assassin's Creed Unity launch was a disaster. It was all a disaster. Bugs and glitches everywhere, said to make the game so unplayable. And the single player co-op, unplayable. It's just outrageous and just, good God. Do people not know how to make a game? I mean, they just launched it like that. They didn't even take time to game test it or something. How did this ever get past testers? It's ridiculous. I mean, this game has really very weird glitches. Very ugly ones. And so, Assassin's Creed Unity launch was a very big disappointment, especially you're pouring $60. Or are you? Number 3, macro transactions. Yeah, I didn't say micro for a very good reason. These macro transactions are getting out of hand in these AAA games. There were some points in the game where you could not pass a point unless you paid with a currency. And this currency you can only buy through a means of these microtransactions you could only buy from the game's store. Now, it was okay with the multiplayer in earlier games like Black Flag, where you had to buy these unit things because, I mean, you can only earn so much. But still, even in Black Flag, I did not like it at all. It was completely stupid. But in Unity, $99 to unlock everything. What used to be a single-player cheat code has turned into $99 from a $60 game. It is not an app. Oh, that's the other thing. That is the other thing. Ubisoft has made in the Unity game, you couldn't open certain chests. You know how you would open certain chests? Unless you were in Uplay, or if you downloaded their app. Really? You couldn't open the chest because you needed an app from the App Store. God, why do people have to be so stupid? So number 2. Now, this was rather a kind of a controversy, and I'm gonna skip over this just a bit. But what they said was just very, like, I mean, if Feminist Frequency saw my video, I think they would, kind of go along with what I'm saying. Even though Feminist Frequency, with their controversy in 2013, it's not pretty good. Anywho, non-playable female characters in Assassin's Creed Unity. I know I'm talking about a lot of Assassin's Creed, but that's mostly Ubisoft's milking point. Especially, it kind of disrespected us Assassin's Creed fans. Especially when I own the jacket. Come on. How much more of a fan can I get? Anywho. Yeah, but non-playable female characters. You couldn't play as a female character in the single player, and their reasons were, and I quote from the CEO himself. He said, you couldn't play as a female character because it was too hard to animate. Too hard to animate. Really? Too hard to animate this. It was too hard to animate a single player and playable woman. What? Now do you see why this is lazy? That's showing pure laziness of the company. Oh my god. You really could not animate that, but you could animate a totally perfect fine gentleman with buggy glitches. But not a playable woman, even though in the game you have NPCs that are actually women. But no, you can't animate a woman for your single player because it's too hard to animate. Man, Ubisoft, no. You're not stupid. You're stupid. You are stupid. Number 1. Now, I just have to say, now, this kind of goes with a personal story, and it's a short story, real quickly. So last Christmas, I wanted Unity. I've been waiting for that game so long. It looks such an awesome game, especially when I loved Assassin's Creed 4, except for the microtransactions and everything. But Assassin's Creed 4 was my most favorite game of all time from the Assassin's Creed universe. Universe? My bad. From the Assassin's Creed universe. It was phenomenal. Pirates and gunships and pirates. Arr. Anywho. But I wanted Assassin's Creed Unity, and it looked such a phenomenal game, and it was in France, and it was during the French Revolution. I mean, how grand would that be? How awesome would that be? Get to see the Notre Dame Castle in all its glory, and oh man, it looked such an awesome game, and I wanted to have it. It was about before Christmas that Dad told me he couldn't get me Assassin's Creed Unity because of this one simple thing which takes up the #1 spot. Making Unity console exclusive to Xbox One and PS4 only. That's the straw that broke the camel's back for me. All these other reasons, yeah, I can see that's how deceptive this company is. Well, and of course, the runner-up is that they actually had review embargoes for critics. Yeah, they gave critics review copies of the game, but they could not release their reviews live to the public until after about maybe 12 hours after the initial game's release. But anyways, after all the deceptive dealing, what broke the camel's back for me was that making Unity console exclusive to the next generation consoles. The very expensive ones, I might add. And what's stupid about this when you think about it? Look at this. Xbox One and PS4, there's about 1 million of those units sold. Just about. Versus Xbox 360, which I own, 80 million, over 80 million units sold. This is a very big stab in the back for 360 users and those who cannot afford the next generation consoles, even if I don't want the next generation consoles. Because you know what? I actually hated about the 360? There's a lot of the Xbox games I couldn't play. The original Xbox games. I was disappointed when I got my first 360 where I couldn't even play my Xbox games. Because they didn't have a playback ability. And they should. I thought when you upgraded the system that you would actually make it to where you could replay your older games on this newer console where it can actually look a bit better. But no. A lot of them did not. And then Xbox One, not a single 360 game could be played on it. Not a single one. And with the Xbox One has 500 gigabytes. It's just like, whoa, you could be playing forever. Do you know how much ghost space required? 60 gigabytes on the Xbox One. About 1 gigabyte on the 360. Are you serious? And then Unity was made only exclusive for those next generation consoles. So what did Ubisoft give us Assassin's Creed fans back? Did they give us a Unity DLC thingy? Or anything Unity related? No. They gave us this game called Rogue. This game was called Rogue. Assassin's Creed Rogue. Apparently about a story where you were an assassin hunter. Ooh. Except the game is boring and bland as all crud. I mean, by God, it's boring. It's tedious and it's boring. The characters are bland. The story is bland. This timeline, are you serious? It's like Assassin's Creed 3, with even more bland. It's predictable. The story is very predictable. It's not even fun. It's just so tedious and so played out. I hate the game. I mean, I'll still play it, but oh my god. If I have to do a review on it, I will do a review on it. But by God, Rogue is just terrible. It's horrible. It tried to create something new, but all it did was a lazy way of excluding us from the Assassin's Creed Unity, one of the most overhyped games on 2014, and also one of the worst games of 2014. And I haven't even played it, and I can tell you it's the worst game. And that's the top 5 reasons why I hate Ubisoft. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this top 10 video. I'll probably be doing more and with better editing skills. So if you liked it, I hope you did. Just click the like button, and if you want to see some more awesome content, you just click the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.